Ryan Garcia enrolls in VADA. What changed? Let's talk.
Push the weight in no flex. Flex the live is more than the six. Fit the runner, boy, you nigga, no question. You will run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I mean, day walker, drink blood, fangs out, full moon. Motherfucker change like a hoe, nigga. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Drew Titan Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. Would this be grinding the axe? Would this be sticking it to you? Let's not do that. Let's not do that. I just want to ask. Ryan Garcia just enrolled in VADA earlier. Why? What changed? You know, this dude keeps proving my point and making all of you I'm beyond calling y'all haters. That's pretty obvious at this point. What a majority of you are just flat out ignorant. I'm just gonna call it what it is. You're just ignorant. I'm gonna limit the slang as much as possible. You guys are proven to be very ignorant. I keep it simple here. You guys, this is the man that you chose to support. This is a man that, you know, tells you he knows who deleted Tupac and Biggie, and he was kidnapped and brought into the forest and was made to watch, you know, unbelievable things done to children. And in the midst of all of that, I just said, well, where's Henry and his wife when this was happening? What was going on? And all of this outrageous conversation, the racism, how he wanted to resurrect George Floyd and delete him again and join the Ku Klux Klan, all of these things came from him being caught cheating. All of that came from this thing where he cheated. He cheated. Now, I don't want you guys to forget, he blamed VADA for being in bed with Bill Haney and Victor Conti and all this stuff. VADA wasn't the only person that caught him. It was the New York State Athletic Commission. So VADA did they did their job. And when people have been caught in the sport of boxing, it was VADA that caught them. So if anything, they're doing a wonderful job by keeping it as clean as possible. But you guys who support this kid and have this unconditional hatred for the Haneys would rather believe what this kid who's telling you that aliens ransacked his room. Speaking of rooms, remember the room he ransacked and had to get escorted out when he had on the Magneto helmet? I don't forget any of that. This is who you believe. Rather than VADA, who's a notable business. They haven't been caught doing anything wrong. All they're doing is catching the people that are on drugs. You believe Ryan Garcia or VADA? Ryan Garcia or the New York State Athletic Commission? And by the way, he can't put Victor Conti or anybody else's name. He can't drag their names. Have y'all seen the new disclosure by VADA? Go check my brother BFTB. Check his channel. Check his Patreon. Yeah. You can no longer drag their name anymore, which is why he's not doing that. Now, what changed? Tell me what changed. Want me to keep it simple for y'all? He wasn't trying to do VADA when the Haneys told him, okay, you want to get in a ring with us? You're going to get on VADA testing. He started talking about everything else but VADA, right? Okay, cool. He didn't want to take it with Devin. Then he says, okay, I'm gonna fight Pitbull. Pitbull says, you can't beat Devin clean. As a matter of fact, you can't beat me clean. We're fighting, get on VADA. Now all of a sudden Pitbull's out, Rolly's in. He's fighting Rolly, and guess what he's taking? VADA. What changed? You know why? Let's keep it simple. This kid had something in the system all this time. And now, as of today, it won't show up in his blood or his urine. Maybe, who knows? There's a 50-50 chance he pops dirty again. 50-50. But I want y'all to remember, everything he said about VADA, y'all believed. You got a problem with VADA and Victor Conti and all this other weird stuff. Now he's taking VADA. It's called cycling off. Y'all can't be this naive. Y'all can't be this ignorant. It's called cycling off. That's what this fool is doing. That's what he's doing. Keeping it so simple. If you listen to 78 Sports TV, they explain what happened with the lawsuit. The Haneys was compensated for what they were asking for in the lawsuit. For those of you that are wondering, they were compensated by way of Turkey. Turkey said, look, I got the bread. What do you want? What were you suing him for? I got that here. Then he went back to Ryan and said, Ryan, okay, lawsuit is taken care of. I paid them. Now what? Do you want this fight or not? Now remember, y'all were talking about getting it back in blood. Remember that, right? Which is what Devin was trying to do. Say, yeah, we want it back in blood. But y'all want to ignore it when Ryan said, no, they're trying to make me do something I don't want to do, which is what? Rematch him. I thought he wanted to get it back in blood. Ryan was the one that was resisting the rematch. But y'all don't want to believe that. Well, guess what? Money talks and Bunny-ish takes a hop. Yeah. Because the numbers are right. And all he had to do was say yes. Now, you want me to dig a little deeper? Let's dig a little deeper. Ryan and Devin should be fighting next. Why they're not fighting next? Because Ryan said, I need a warm-up. I need a tune-up. Ryan said that, not Devin. Ryan said, I need a tune-up. Now, for those of you that don't know what a tune-up is, because, people just say anything nowadays. Let me remind you before it gets lost in translation. When you say tune-up, that means you're not quite ready for the opponent that you really, that's really there's a popular demand for. So the tune-up is you getting in the ring with somebody beyond sparring in live action that is similar to the opponent that we all want you to fight. There's no similarity between Devin Haney and Isak Pitbull Cruz. They're two totally different fighters, two totally different heights and reach and everything else. What did he mean tune-up? There's no similarities between Devin and Rolly Romero. Now, what do you mean tune-up? I'll tell you what he meant. Ryan wants to know how his body's going to react with no narcotic in his system, which is why he was resistant to VADA testing from the time they asked. And now Turkey's gotten involved and he said, okay, lawsuit dealt with. They've been paid. But this Haney fight is going to happen based on the condition that you get on VADA testing. Ryan said yes. And today he agreed to VADA testing. Well, by the time I'm releasing this video, it's a day later. What changed? His blood. He wanted to make sure that when he cycled off, nothing will be in his system. I bet he took a bunch of urine samples in the last maybe 60 days. I bet you he did. I bet you he was taking piss tests everywhere. And I bet you he got people around him that are saying, hey man, just Pete, let me see if I can find it. I bet you. And now that the coast is clear, he agrees. But he didn't want to fight Devin right away. He didn't want to fight Isak Pitbull Cruz right away. Now Rolly steps in. He says, oh, I'll take it, but I'll let you know. Now he let the world know. After telling you, I ain't dealing with VADA. I'm going to do USADA. Let me explain something to you. USADA hasn't dealt with professional boxing since Floyd Mayweather was active for real. Something like that. They test MMA, and I think they test amateurs. But what y'all don't understand is that VADA is just a transport. They protect the integrity of the urine samples. That's all they do. WADA, World Anti-Doping Agency, they do the testing. For you slow motion people that just want to believe anything that Ryan says. And I want to remind y'all, I'll go down a list. He blamed ashwagandha. Ashwagandha had to write a letter saying we ain't had nothing to do with that. He blamed Perfect Amino. He blamed Super Carb. He's trying to cut weight, but he was on a super carb. Carb packs on pounds. Then he missed weight. And then after he got off the scale at the, not the ceremonial weigh-in, the real weigh-in, when it was revealed that he was 3 pounds over, he disappeared. He didn't pee right away. But prior to that, he brought in Scooter, whom he later blamed for spiking his stuff. Then he takes a container of Perfect Amino and Super Carb and mails it to an agency so they could test it. And they say, yeah, there's ostarine in it, but it's like uneven amounts. And plus, when we got it, the containers he sent us, it was opened already, which means he obviously put the ostarine in it. Basically, what they're saying, it was uneven amounts. What they were saying was, if he took it from here, the billionth of a gram that they found, it would have been definitely more. It was an uneven amount. Look, man, the kid is a liar and a cheater. And through all of that, then he started screaming with this George Floyd racism thing. I don't even know what prompted that. What the hell was that? I'd have been good just dealing with this pop and dirty. Now you're a racist? And this is the guy? You take his words over Devin Haney? Devin's the victim here. But don't worry about it. All this crap y'all spoke about, oh, get it back in blood. Get it. Yeah, he's trying to get it back in blood now. And remember, this fight should be happening next. But he asked for a tune-up against two guys that don't fight anything like Devin. So it's not a stylistic tune-up. He wants to see how his body reacts when he's not on drugs, y'all. And Devin, once again, is taking on the heavier work. Ramirez is a dog. But I think Devin will be triumphant. But Ramirez is a dog. This guy's fighting Rolly Romero after ducking Isak Cruz. And yeah, I'm saying it. I ain't got to respect this kid. Y'all go ahead and respect this if you want to. But the jig is up. Let me tell you something. Don't mess around and make this Rolly fight competitive, man. Don't do that. I already know what you're doing. A tune-up. Right? A tune-up? Don't let this kid change what tune-ups mean. I know what it means. I know what it means. Fighter should be fighting one or two fighters before he gets to the guy that he really wants to get at. And those styles have to be similar. If you're fighting a southpaw, you bring in a bunch of southpaws to your camp. And if you're taking a fight in between, who do you fight? A southpaw to see how you do. After working on things in the gym. You're trying to get at Devin Haney, you find Eastside Cruz and Rolly Romero. It doesn't match. The tune-up is to, because him and Devin been out the ring. They were each other's last opponent. They've been out the ring the exact same amount of time. This is ridiculous. Y'all fall for the banana in the tailpipe if you want to. You're a Ryan Garcia fan. You're into things in your tailpipe. You're disgusting. But time reveals all truth, and the lie is nothing but the long way to the truth. And y'all can ignore this if you want. A tune-up? Nah. And now he's on VADA, which means there was nothing wrong with VADA in the first damn place. And now you'll never hear him drag VADA ever again. And in the event that he does, he's going to get sued. Crazy. So there it is. Dream Team, let's go. Bronx on deck.